at Epe Grammar School for the 2022 Biennial Conference of the Epe Grammar School Old Student Association. Epe Grammar School Old Student Association, also known as EGOSA, is a group of old students from the prestigious college coming together to discuss issues that are germane to the growth of the group and, of course, give back to their alma mater. We at EKO HOT BLOGN are right here to provide you with the details of this event. I am Joy Udo. Just stay with us.
Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up. Stand up, stand up, stand up. Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is. 'Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision.
There is no better way to give back to your society than to have more impact in your roots. Alumni of the Epe Grammar School have once again come together for their Biennial Conference. This conference was initiated with the main purpose of developing their alma mater. This year's conference, which was tagged Providing More Than 60 Years Foundation for Nation Building, was mainly for the purpose of looking into areas that needed attention in the educational system, especially that of Epe Grammar School. The students welcomed the special guest of honor as they arrived at the school premises. They soon settled down for the conference to begin. In his opening address, Otumba Teni Zacchaeus spoke about the development of primary and secondary school as not just a means to promote education, but also to foster nation building.
Expansion of primary and secondary school provision is believed to be a key driver in the process of nation building. Education in schools can no longer be focused only on academic content and skills. We must teach shared identity, a sense of duty and loyalty to community, a love of country, and resilience in overcoming difficulties, as well as spirit of excellence.
He further spoke about the need to imbibe morals and nation building through educating the students about its importance as he looked forward to the speakers shedding more light on the theme of the conference.
I look forward to listening to our honorable speakers as he shares his thoughts on how our own students can be a catalyst in the pursuit of using education positively for the nation building.
Honorable Adeyemi Ikuforiji, who was one of the speakers, started his speech by appreciating all past principals and teachers of the school. He especially appreciated Alhaji Akintola, who he said was the reason for him completing his secondary school education through the Lagos State Relief Scholarship for secondary school students back then. He appreciated all other guests of honor.
Well, there is a special reason, which is very personal to me, why I will always honor Alhaji Akintola. Personally, I believe one's teacher, anyone who is your teacher, wherever you find him in life, you must honor him or her. That is the least you can do, and I think it's godly to do so. Even God wants us to honor our teacher. But this very man, it was in his time as acting principal of Epe Grammar School that I think it was Epe Division then. It was that time that he came to us and said, "Oh, some of you whose parents have difficulties in paying school fees, you should apply to the state government for scholarship." And I did. I was in Form 2. I still remember the classroom where I was. I applied, and we were asked to submit with the application 3 very good results that you have had. So I included 3 of my past results, which were really very good then. And while we were in Form 3, March 22, it was a Thursday, March 22, 1973. In the Daily Times of that day, 104 students were awarded the Lagos State Relief Scholarship for secondary school. And I was one of the 104. So, sir, thank you for making my education possible. Thank you for being an excellent teacher. Thank you for being so dedicated.
He spoke about the theme of the event and the importance of making sure the educational system of Epe Grammar School standard, and that alone is what will promote nation building. He spoke about the efforts of the past teachers and appreciated the founding fathers of the school who didn't have the opportunity to be educated but gave them the opportunity to.
I am proud of all that EGOSAs have been doing to keep the precious flag of our school flying. I am particularly excited about the projects that will be presented today for our consideration and necessary actions. Indeed, the resources and efforts you have expended and will expend on this project speak to the motto of our dear school: we study to serve. Philanthropy is at the very core of my own existence as a human being. I'm at my happiest and most fulfilled when I have an opportunity to give back to the society. Many of our most loved historic figures have articulated the need to make giving back a major pillar of our existence as individuals.
Honorable Adeyemi concluded his speech by encouraging alumni to give back to school as much as they can and appreciated them for their efforts so far.
The fact that this school was built in 1954, and most of those who came together, who pioneered it, the Egberongbe, Alhaji Hassan, Chief Ledu, and the others, many of them, most of them, did not have the benefit of secondary school education. But they gave us a secondary school. They gave us the opportunity of going through secondary education in Epe here. Now that we have had that opportunity, and some of us have even had the opportunity of going through tertiary education, what are we doing to give back, to take care of those who are coming behind us, so that they can also have something better than what we have?
Guests were entertained with cultural dancing and singing by the students. The program continued with General Ibikunle Martins giving his speech.
What we have done is to be part of the foundation of the second 6 years. And I think our generations, we have all done very well. Today you have various personalities, you have various individuals contributing in various spheres of life. You have in law, in military, anywhere you can talk about business, trade. The generation has not failed you. So those of you that are coming behind, try as much as possible to keep the flag flying. You may not have achieved 100%, but you should know that the foundation that we inherited from people that left, we have already passed something good to you, and that's why we are all here.
General Ibikunle Martins in his speech spoke about his experience during his time in the school. He encouraged his colleagues to continue doing the good work of giving back to the school as they have always done. He urged the students to continue to try to be good and diligent in whatever they find themselves doing, as it's the only pathway to achieving their goals in life.
For the students, I wasn't particularly one of the best students in college, although I was very intelligent, but there were a lot of distractions that we went through in town. Some of us stayed in the hostel. I spent part of my days as a student in the town, in Epe's house. Chino Dipe was there, all of us lived. But my friend there that covered his face there, all of us lived somewhere around Pumova. Then I moved later to the Biennial house, to the hostel. So it was that experience that built me, that nurtured me, that made me what I am. I was a very skinny young man whom nobody would have thought would have joined the military. But with the discipline of Epe Grammar School, I stayed through. I went through, I don't want to share all with you. Maybe sometimes, those that know the story, how Martins was caned on this table, on this high table here, how I was, so many experiences like that. I want to understand, you students, that there is hope. There is hope. All I need to do is for you to just work hard.
In his interview with special guest, they talked about the importance of education and why alumni should give back to their alma mater to promote good and standard education.
We have to change our orientation in this country. We need to do more to grow the society. It's like the culture we have imbibed now was completely different from what we met when we were very young. I mean, the new culture is expecting government to do everything. We even expect government to help us to remove our pants when we go to the toilet. I mean, it's that bad. Look, you must give back to the society. No matter whatever you say, this society is where you came out of. This society is where you grew up. This society gave you life and it got you to wherever you might think you are. If there was no beginning, there will be no end.
Well, Old Student Association will help mentor the young ones. The problem we have is that the generation that are coming have no proper mentoring. They have no good examples to follow. And I feel that if you have good leaders, people that are there to partake in Old Student Association as very senior citizens, they will encourage and be model to those ones that are coming behind. A particular experience I had, sometimes you have, in some areas, what the people that mentor them are thugs, riffraff, yahoo yahoo, those are the ones they follow. But if you have serious-minded people partaking in Old Student Association, then the upcoming generation will know that are good examples in society to follow.
Well, it is very important for the growth of schools. I mean, like, there are a lot of people who have gone to schools, who have made it in life, who are important people. If we look at this table today, we have generals, we have doctors, we have lawyers, we have politicians, we have members of rep, we have also people that, I mean, their pocket is big enough to assist education in school. We can't leave everything to the government alone. People should come together. The association should be formed and to help the schools. I mean, associations should be able to give scholarships to brilliant students in school who their parents can afford to move forward in life. So the role of association is very important for the growth of the school. Yeah. Well, like I said earlier on, I mean, like on the table there's a general. For someone to be a general in the army who started from here is somebody. For the Speaker of the House of Lagos State who is there, is somebody. For the Mr. Wale Raji, who was ex-PAMSEC and representing Epe in the federal constituency, is from Epe. So you see what they've done. This Epe has done a lot for them in life. Yeah.